Pagsimula, huwag ka mag-diversify. You've made your first million. Is that really the peak of the business? Pag hindi pa yan peak, huwag ka mag-diversify. Kailangan pa ng pera kailangan pa ng negosyo yung pera niya. The most important thing I learned in business is everything goes on cycle. O cycle of boom and bust. Meaning, ngayon maganda presyo, bukas hindi. Lahat ng negosyo may cycle. May time na maganda sila, may time na pangit sila. And then, I protect myself from calamity by really saving. That's how I grow the business. Ang turo ko dyan, Mark, diba? The reason why I save is because calamities will come. Cash is king. It gives you a lot of power.
Warren Buffett to Mark Cuban, they would always say that, pag ka magda-diversify, just double down on what you're good at. And you said it, do not diversify. So, I want you to drill on that kasi there's so much talk about diversify and people over-diversify naman eh. So, why should people not diversify?
The stock market has always been high for the past 11 years. Babagsak yan because everything goes on a cycle.
What should you do if you've earned your millions? How do you scale it up or should you even scale it up? Should you diversify? Is it wrong to diversify or should you spread your money into different industries and assets? We have entrepreneur Tonong Kakanando. Check this video out.
Hi, I'm Dodong Kakanando. I'd like to invite you to Icon 2019 sa Davao. I hope we will see all of you there.
So the link will be down below if you want to join us. It's a plethora of speakers from global investing, stock investing, mutual funds, personal finance, economy, entrepreneurship, and learn from his expertise. Guys, Dodong Kakanando pa lang, sulit na. So see you all there. Links down below. Hi guys, we're with Dodong Kakanando again. As you all know from the previous videos, amazing insights on business and entrepreneurship. So for this video, I'm gonna post some questions that some of our subscribers and listeners in this channel have been posting. So comment below guys also if you have other questions for Dodong Kakanando or if at any point in this video, whatever he says is something that's helpful to you, just comment Dodong Kakanando and we'll try to make as much content for you as possible. So first question. There are people who made a million, 2 million, 3 million from either the business that they started or investing in the stock market. The next question is, they would normally ask, how do I bring this to 10 million? How do I bring this to 20 million? Or should they even put money in their business or the stock market or just diversify to a different industry altogether?
Ako, Mark, di ba, I've always talk about the plants. And the plant, when meron tinatawag na lateral roots. Lateral growths are unnecessary growths that divides the branches. So instead na maging fruit, nagiging siyang branch and prevents the plant from becoming fruitful. So one of the principles sa tanim is the best way to grow a plant is through pruning. You prune the unnecessary things. So yun lang, minsan, a plant will grow on its own, just doubles every year. So, hindi masama, you stay with your business kasi mas madali nang palakihin ang negosyo na malaki. You put in a little effort, it could double itself. Ang pinakamahirap na part sa negosyo is in the start, di ba? When you're starting a business, it takes a long time for it to have momentum. Pero pag nagkaroon siya ng momentum, it's easy to double itself on a regular basis. If you diversify, yung pupuntahan ng pera mo, it will go through the same process again. Sa tanim, it will have to build fruit, it will have to grow roots, and matagal pa bago siya mag-fruit. Ako, Mark, I only have one business, okay? Pero they're diversified, no? I have a piggery, I have a vegetable operation. And sa akin, if I just grow that business, it doubles itself on a certain period. If I put my money in something else, mas mahirap yun, mas matagal yun. Kasi sa negosyo, ang pinakamatagal yung simula. You know, I saw this study sa US daw. Sabi doon, 8 of 10 startups fail in the first 18 months. So people are saying, mahirap talaga magnegosyo. Ako, comment ko lang, kasi pinilit mo kumita in 18 months eh. Hindi naman lahat ng negosyo kikita kagad in 18 months. Some of them, ang kita niyan, 3 years, 5 years. So, you look at Apple, you look at all these businesses, even Alibaba. Kailan sila kumita? Nung nag-IPO sila. But how many years after yun? Halos 14 years. So from 0 to 14 years, tiniis nila yun. And then if the proper time, they made money. So there's really nothing wrong with staying put, growing your own business. Ako, I always say this. Pagsimula, huwag ka mag-diversify. You've made your first million. Is that really the peak of the business? Pag hindi pa yan peak, huwag ka mag-diversify. Kailangan pa ng pera kailangan pa ng negosyo yung pera niya. Pero pag hindi niya kailangan yung pera niya, to me, the best example of diversification is SM. Dami-daming pera nung mall. Tapos mamaya, when they had excess money, they diversified both banks. What did they use? The excess money of the mall. And then in the operation, what I heard, utang din naman sila sa bangko to finance some of their purchases, their inventory. So they bought the bank. Pero it came from the excess of the first business.
Wow, galing. So just to zero in on what you said. Actually, madami na akong tanong dun sa mga una mong sinabi kasi number one, I'm not sure if you felt this na parang as your income gets better and then as you start earning more tapos or your cash in the bank gets bigger, parang at the back of your head you're thinking na what if all of this goes away? What if a certain thing that happens in the economy affects my business tapos nandun lahat? I can get knocked out in one go. That's my first question. Second is you mentioned that the best thing that you can do when the business is just starting and growing is to put more fuel into it. You double down on the business kasi mas sulit yung pera mo putting it into something that may skills ka na, magaling ka na, may client base na as compared to diversifying. And then third, para you can answer.
Isa lang, para...
First one is, yung fear na, what if, boom, something happens and then all of my money's in my business and then I get wiped out.
Let me answer that first. In my business, in my farm, I have multiple crops or I have multiple products. I have short-term, I have mid-term, I have long-term. So and I have other products. I'm just not in pigs. I also grow goats, sheep. The reason I do that, I'm actually trying to protect myself. One of the most important thing I learned in business is everything goes on cycle. O cycle of boom and bust. Meaning, ngayon maganda presyo, bukas hindi. So alam ko na yon. So in order to protect myself, I have different products. Para pag bumagsak yung isa, sasaluin ako na ang isa. Mahirap magkaroon ng isang produkto lang. Like, you teach that in stocks. Hindi pwedeng isang stocks ka lang. And you live and die with that stock. So you have different stocks. You have short-term, you taught me that, di ba? Meron kang for dividend, meron kang for jackpot, meron kang gano'n. So, gano'n din ako. Ako naman, I'm not a stock person, pero in the same way I do that, I protect myself by having multiple product. And the multiple product protects me from the cycle. Lahat ng negosyo may cycle. May time na maganda sila, may time na pangit sila. And then, I protect myself from calamity by really saving. That's how I grow the business. Ang turo ko dyan, Mark, diba? The reason why I save is because calamities will come. So people will ask, when do you grow? When I've survived the calamity, tapos may naiwan pa akong pera, I now use the money to grow the business.
Wow.
So kaya nga ako, my business is all grown from savings.
Wow. So is it a more prudent strategy na I'm also talking about from me, no? Na kunyari, stock gaya ko, I just put everything in the stock market, pero to protect myself, I just store cash na lang. Yun yung possible hedge.
I will do that. Ako, and the reason why I do that, there's also another concept You know, may nagsabi sa akin, alam mo, money that is not used is money wasted. That is not true.
Agree.
Okay, ako, I save a lot kasi when calamities come, sino may pera can buy things cheap, di ba? When calamities come, yung hindi nakahanda, they start to sell things, di ba? And they start to sell their cell phone, they start to sell their cars, they start to sell their property. Who will buy? Yung may ipon, di ba? So that means hindi wasted ang perang nakaipon because opportunities will come, especially when calamities come, people need money, ikaw nakakabili ng mura. Hindi ka naka-grow, hindi mo na-grow yung pera mo, but you bought something cheap which has a lot of value. Like for example, pinaka-importante dyan, nakabili ka ng lupa. Di ba? When calamities come, people start to sell.
Galing.
So importante ako, I like to be very, very liquid. Kasi it gives you di ba, sabi mo, cash is king. It gives you a lot of power. So, sige, lagay natin, invest ka, bili ka ng stocks. Hindi naman liquid yun. So when these opportunities come, hindi mo mabibili yun.
Galing. So, I got a good point from what you said, and I believe in this also. And I saw a lot of people that have really made it na sobrang galing, from Warren Buffett to Mark Cuban. They would always say that, pag ka magda-diversify, just double down on what you're good at. And you said it, do not diversify. So, I want you to drill on that kasi there's so much talk about diversify and people over-diversify naman eh. So, why should people not diversify?
First of all, what I've learned in business, ang pinaka-importanting part ng business, the first few years. Para yung sa tanim, di ba? When the plant is young, you will notice, di ba? For a long time, when the plant is growing, you will not see flowers, you will not see fruits because it's growing its roots. The reason why it needs to grow its roots is building its foundation to be able to eventually bear fruit. Ganun din ang negosyo. In the first few years ng negosyo, ang ginagawa niya, magpapalakas ng infrastructure, abilities, values, character, culture. Okay? Pag nag-diversify ka agad, hinati mo yung attention mo, the business will never be able to grow properly or you do not give it enough chance to survive and grow. Kasi hinati mo kagad yung papakain mo sa kanya, binigay mo sa iba. Hindi mo pakain sa kanya. So I really believe in focus. Now, when do you diversify? Ako, two things. I diversify when I have excess. But also, I diversify when I have someone who will help me. Ano ibig sabihin? Some people, they diversify. Wala naman silang tutulong, wala naman katulong na tutulong sa kanila. So they start to hire people, they do not know, they do not trust. Baka mawala pa pera mo dyan. Only because you want to grow your money. To me, Marv, at the end of the day, money grows because of people. So if you don't have people to take care of your money, why diversify?
Galing. And I've noticed is if you diversify and then it's not your core naman, it's not something you're good at, it takes away the focus na, hindi, kahit ako natatempo ako parang, I always think na, let me give you context also, parang the market has been up 11 years. At the back of my head, this won't last forever, it will drop, it will go down. So parang, I'm so tempted na, but bili pa kaya ako ng mas madaming real estate para at least if something bad happens, I'm hedged. But I totally agree with that na you put more fire, you put more fuel on something that's doing well already.
So, ako Marv, ang belief ko, like you talk about the stock market has always been high for the past 11 years. Babagsak yan because everything goes on a cycle. Just ride the cycle. It will go up again naman eh. Di ba? Alam mo yan na because of you, because of sila Randall, because of sila Rex, I've started to invest in stocks and also in mutual.
So proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of.
Okay, pero is that really my thing? Sorry is that really my thing? Na parang sinisip ko, bakit ba ako naglagay ng stocks? Bakit ba ako naglagay ng market? So, why did I do that? I said, I protect my money. Pero when I go on a downward cycle, I just ride it out. Kasi aakyat din naman eh. And I have a new strategy, Mark.
Okay.
This is what I do. When the market is good, when the business is good, I save a lot. Okay? I really
Totally
save a lot.
agree.
Okay? When the market is bad, I spend. Ano ibig sabihin I spend? I spend to prepare for the next cycle. Di ba, normally ang tao ginagawa. When business is good, they spend a lot. Di ba? Ride the good times. Ako baliktad, I save a lot. And then I spend, when times are bad, I'm preparing for the next cycle. Because everything will go up and down naman eh. So, I don't have to diversify to something I do not know. O diba? At saka, besides, diba, when the market is bad, just relax. Go on a vacation. Diba?
Yeah. Okay. Just to bring this full circle, we started with people who already got their millions, want to take it to 10 million, want to take it to 20 million. What's your advice for them na from someone na sobrang yaman, kaya ko siya idol. Okay. What's your advice for them? Kailangan ba nila magmadali, wag magmadali, or parang take it slowly, or they should target something that's higher, or what's your advice from someone who's been there in the... How long have you been an entrepreneur pala?
20 years.
Yun, for someone with 20 years of experience, what's your advice to people who are starting out? Or at least parang younger, much younger?
Alam mo, they often say, let's get richer quickly. Why not do more if you are able? Dito siya sabi ko kay Denise, my daughter, di ba? Sabi ko, Denise, ba't ka nagmamadali? Darating ka rin naman doon eh. What do I mean darating ka naman doon? I've seen this, Marvin. People rushing their business. They go into different things na hindi nila naintindihan. Eventually, nawala yung pera. Di ba? Eventually, nawala because they're rushing too much. Have I told you this story of, I heard galing to kay Manuel L. Quezon daw. I just heard the story. Sabi niya sa driver niya, boy, huwag mong bilisan kasi nagmamadali tayo. Labo, no? Now, why would you say that? Kasi baka bilisan mo, maaksidente ka, magkamali ka ng liko, lalo kang tumagal. Di ba? So I tell my daughter, huwag mong bilisan kasi nagmamadali tayo. We cannot afford to lose money.
Wow.
Di ba? So ito lang concept ko in business. If I can double my money through business every 5 to 10 years, what's wrong with that? Di ba? Yeah, what's wrong with that? Di ba? Sabi mo, mabagal eh. Oh, you look at all the people na nagmadali. Nasaan sila? Pero ang tanong ko, bakit? Si Steve Jobs ba nagmadali? Di ba when he rushed it, nawalan siya ng pera? Did Jack Ma nagmadali? Hindi, Jack Ma was very, very patient. Did Henry C. nagmadali? No, it took him a long time to diversify.
That's so true.
Di ba? Yung mga idol natin ng mga entrepreneur, hindi yan nagmadali. They use time to their advantage. Anong use time to their advantage? They would grow their money, not borrowing, they would just double it at a certain period na gusto nila. Okay? So what's wrong with that? Relax ka pa. Nagmamadali ka, tapos pagod ka. Anong silbi ng pera mo?
That's true. And I realized now, if you look at everything, Henry C. started the first SM Mall, 1983. He was already old. He was already old at that time. Then si Warren Buffett, yung nag-zoom talaga in billions siya, 50 plus years old na siya. And people always say na, it gets misquoted na kailangan mag-rush lagi to get well.
Today, why do people want to become entrepreneurs? Because idol na si Jack Ma, idol na si Steve Jobs, idol na si Henry C. and si Warren Buffett. But ang problema ko, they want the life that they have when they are successful. If you really want to be like them, study the life when they started. And none of these guys became rich quickly. They used time to their advantage. Now, you say, why can't I rush it? You can, but it's very expensive. Why? Because you will buy time eh. Anong buy time? Buy machine, buy this, buy that. Eh pag nagkamali ka, di nawala pera mo. Ako, let me share with you a story, Marv. When I started the vegetable business, inggit ako sa lahat ng kalaban ko because they were rich people from Cagayan de Bukidnon eh. In fact, one day sabi ko kay God, Lord, ba't ganon? Yung mga yan, may greenhouse, may agriculturist, maraming consultant. Hindi naman nagpipray yan mga yan, Lord eh. Ako nagpipray pero wala kang binigay sa akin. Wala akong pera, wala akong consultant. So ako, malakas ang concept of stewardship. I will only take care of what God has given. So I decided to study, to do it 20 years after. Most of them has disappeared. Bakit? When the crisis came, utang pala yun, hindi na nabayaran. Nung hindi na nabayaran, the agriculturist and the consultant left. So tanong ko, saan napunta yung learning? Andun dala-dala ng consultant. So ako, gayon, God did not give me anything. So I have to study and be creative. So today, I still possess all those things. So I realized, wala akong pera ng simula, it was the greatest gift that God could have given me. Because I was forced to study, grow my abilities, become creative. So maski anong crisis, naintindihan ko yung negosyo.
Wow.
So hindi na ako masyadong magbibili ng stocks at saka ng mutual fund.
So, Idol, grabe, super. So if you want to know more about Dodong Kakanando, I'll put the link below. He has a Facebook page, Dodong Kakanando.
May sa Emilia sa Kinabu. Si Facebook page pala.
Dodong Kakanando. Tama na. So if you want to reach you, Dodong Kakanando, I'll put the link below as well. So I guess that's it for now. We feature people from different industries with different perspectives so that you can gain from this. That's the goal, that as you watch more and more people who have done it and who are doing well, also you get inspired and then you get to learn from their learnings. Kasi ito sinasabi ko, and people always say this they would always say experience is the best teacher. Yes, pero para sa akin, it's nice to learn from experience of others better because yung mga pain na pinagdaanan mo, those who are watching this, hindi na nila kailangan pagdaanan also the mistakes that other people have learned as well. So
that's right. Agree, Marv.
That's it for now. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.